So being an entrepreneur is not just about starting up a business and making profits from it. It's more of you being able to start it up, manage it, and build it. That is why I said there should be time for your business and there should be time for schooling activities. The major reason for one venturing into business is to maximize profits and also minimize their costs. But for the first time, they might want to patronize you, but in the long run, they might not patronize again if they see that your product is of less quality. So make sure that whatever you're putting out there, whatever business you're venturing into has quality. Your hostel mates, you reach out to them. If it takes you to knock on their door, go ahead and knock on their door. You tell them, this is what I sell. I sell perfumes, I sell boxers, I sell this clothing, and I believe you will love it. Yes, you use enticing words on them.
Because it's very funny whereby you invest a lot of money into a business and there's no patronage. So how can I build my audience so well that they have to reach out to me that I want to buy this without even me posting? Good day, everyone. My name is Guido Academy. I've gotten a lot of complaints from students. They said, sir, I want to start a business. What business can I start with the sum of, let's say, 10,000 naira, 50,000 naira, 100,000 naira? And how will I be able to balance my academics and business without affecting my CGPA? Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to introduce a dynamic and inspiring individual who embodies the spirit of entrepreneurship, faith, and women empowerment. Through her social media presence, she inspires countless persons to pursue their dreams and stay true to their values. She is a business administrator, an entrepreneur, and a kingdom influencer. Join us as we welcome our one and only EMAKUNU Jennifer EnOho. How are you doing, ma?
I'm very well, sir. And you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, ma. Ma, please, can you introduce, I've already done introduction, but please, can you introduce yourself to the world? What you are known for, your name, what you are known for.
Thank you very much, sir. My name is EMAKUNU Jennifer EnOho, a kingdom influencer, an entrepreneur, and a business administrator.
Wow, it's nice having you in our show, ma. You are a business administration student, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have a running business? Like currently, are you running any business?
Yes, I do.
Can you explain to us, please?
So I run a perfumery business where I sell perfumes to a large number of persons. And I started this business 2 years ago, and so far so good. It's been awesome in the business.
Wow, that's great, ma. There's this thing I've been. I'm a chemist, and I want to do business as well, other business apart from just chemistry. So I want to ask: is it safe for students? I mean, those who are in school, 100 level, that final year, to venture into business. Is it safe?
Yes, it's very, very safe. 100% safe.
Why do you feel so?
It is really safe because it helps the individual to stand on his own and also become financially independent. And also the individual has something to do. So it keeps the individual busy aside just the school activities. So it's really safe.
Okay. And then another thing again is that most students are actually afraid of starting a business in school. Most especially, let me say, from the 100 level down to, in fact, all category, all level of students, they are afraid because they feel if I should venture into any business for the now, it's going to affect my CGPA, it's going to affect my academics. Maybe I will pay more attention to my academics than, or maybe more attention to my business than my academics, which will definitely drop my CGPA. How is it? Is there any balance between? Can we create a balance between business and academics?
Very sure, sir. We can create a balance. And for an individual to be able to venture into business in school, that individual needs to have an interest first into the business. So after the interest is found, there should be a balance. And that is where priority comes in.
Okay.
Yes, there's studies to take care of. Then there is business since you have an interest in it. But you should be able to create a balance and say, okay, for this particular time, let me focus on my studies. Then from so time, I should focus on my business. From this time to this time, I should post my stuffs online. I should post my business and promote it online or offline. Then from this time to this time, I know I'm supposed to be in school. I'm supposed to be in class. I'm supposed to study. So a balance needs to be created. If not, one will outweigh the other.
Is it difficult to you, like to you personally? How have you been able to manage your business and your academics?
I've been able to manage my business.
Before that, I want to ask you, Your CGPA, is it like this or let me
It's
ask?
like this.
Okay, it's high. So
Yes,
that's
sir.
very nice one. So how have you been able to because if you are good academically, I know it so well. So if your result is that good, how have you been able to navigate through this part, having a good result and the same time having a very good business?
Thank you very much, sir. The truth about having a business is you being able to manage it properly, grow it, and build it. And for an individual to be able to have a business in school while still focusing on other activities, there needs to be time management. That is why I said there should be time for your business and there should be time for schooling activities. Now, if you should check these two things and weigh your options, if you feel the interest you have in school is so much that you can't really focus more on your business, then it's best to focus more on your studies, because at the long run you need to get a good result. And even when you get, if you eventually get a bad result and your business is good, you still will not be fulfilled. So there need to be a balance between the two. So it's more about time management. Manage your time properly.
Can you share your routine? How have you your personal experience on how you have been able to successfully been able to manage your business and your academics? Because most time, exam is approaching, lecturer will be facing impromptu class, impromptu tests. Having been able to read up and also been able to uh, 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 attend to your customers so well that they not leave for that. Because definitely there will be a competition between you and others vendors, or I don't know how they are called. Definitely there's a competition. So how have you been able to keep your customers and also focus on your studies?
Like
Your
I
personal
said,
experience,
okay,
personally,
for
yeah.
my personal experience, firstly, I got to understand my school timetable, my lecture timetable. Took a very good look at it and see how I can infuse my business time into it. So, for instance, I might have two classes on Mondays from 8 a.m. to probably 12 p.m. at most, with the break in between. Then from that time, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., I look at it, okay, I have studies. Let me go to school first. But in the midst of probably waiting for the lecturer to come, I post business online, because that is how I get more customers and create awareness. So
Okay.
my business is more like an online kind of business in reaching out to people. Since I don't really have enough time to go out physically to reach out to customers and tell people about what I do. So firstly, it's more like understanding the time you have, being able to infuse a business time into it and work consistently with it, and also be able to create adjustments.
Okay. You just mentioned social media presence. So what's the effect or the influence of social media presence on your business? Or generally, how does social media affect businesses? I might even start a business after this conversation. So I want to know if to use social media to influence my business. So how does social media, because some people are on Facebook, Twitter, this okay, S is not S
It's
now. We
not
have
X.
Facebook, we have S, we have Instagram, we have TikTok, which is one of the very viral stuff now. So I want to ask, how do we even influence our business with the use of social media?
The one thing we should know firstly is that social media is more like a diverse community, but
Okay.
it is how you use it, and this is how you use it that you get the advantage from it. So for a business person, using social media the right way, it helps. For instance, if you are to post your business online, you have a large crowd of people that you might not be able to meet with physically. So putting your business out there online, it enables you to reach out to persons that you might have not even thought you would reach out to, and from there you can grow your business, you can put out things there and get more customers, get more sales and the rest.
So which one do you use mostly
Majorly I use WhatsApp,
and why?
because I have more contacts there and I have a lot of presence there.
Okay. Okay, ma, I want to ask, can you tell me your growth process? How is your growth process like? How you started your business and where are you currently?
It is true that every business has stages, and that is a fact. So when I started 2 years ago, I started with just 12,000 naira.
Okay.
Yes, and it wasn't easy starting up the business, because It was
And
the
what's the
second.
inspiration for you to like start a business with 12,000 naira? Because I know most of my viewers now they have like 30K or even more, and they don't want to start. So what was the inspiration behind that? Because some person they will have more than that amount of money, but they don't want to venture into business because of risk. They feel like who will I sell to? What are my target audience and all that?
Yeah.
So what was the inspiration behind that? Then we'll come back to the question again.
The inspiration came from my interests.
Okay.
I've been so much interested in business, interested in entrepreneurship, and I saw it as an opportunity for me to become myself. I saw it as an opportunity for me to become that entrepreneur I've always wanted to be. And that was how I ventured into it. At first, it was more of the profit I would get, how much I would make in a month, how much I would make in a week, how much I'll make in a year.
But that's
But
what business is all about now. It's not the profit.
to some persons, it's all about the profit they will gain. But
Okay.
looking at it on the long run, will you be able to manage the business? Will you be able to grow it to a certain stage at which you want it to be? So being an entrepreneur is not just about starting up a business and making profits from it. It's more of you being able to start it up, manage it, and build it. So that's more of what it is.
So let's go back to your growth process again. So can you explain your growth process? You said you started with 12,000
12,000
naira.
naira.
Okay, cutting from there.
Yes, I started with 12,000 naira. Starting up, it wasn't easy getting customers, reaching out to people because it's a new product and they are just seeing me for the first time talking about that kind of
Okay,
product.
sure.
But I just had to embrace it. I had to just stay confident because you being not confident, it won't help you. It won't take you anywhere. So I just had to stand my ground and tell myself, if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But let me give it a try. And I started reaching out to people physically first, not just online. Although I did online then, but little. Just I spent little time online, but I did more physically. I reached out to people, reached out to friends, reached out to families and told them about what I did and what I do.
Okay.
And from then, I started getting referrals. I started making more sales and looking at the business from then to now, I must say I've really grown and the business has really grown.
Okay, like what I said earlier, you are a student, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any plan on this your business after graduation, or you just say maybe you are just doing this for the meantime? After graduation, you disappear from the business. What's your plan? Is there any future plan for the business you are doing currently, or is just there?
Of course, there's a future plan. There's already a
Okay.
plan for everything. To some persons, it might just be for them to go into the business and stop at a particular time. But for me, I see it into the long run. I see it into the future. So even after I'm done with my schooling, I would still continue. But by then, I would add other things to it, grow the business more better, and see how it can get into different states.
Okay, ma, I've been getting a lot of questions lately regarding this. I have so amount of money. What business can I do? So first, just attempt that question. What business can I do? Maybe for a student that have 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira, was able to save up to like 20,000 naira, 10,000 naira, 30, 50. What business can they do?
The truth is that there are several businesses for one to venture into.
Most especially in the student environment, talking about the higher institution of learning.
In the higher institution of learning, there are so many businesses that one could venture into.
Okay.
There are physical business, there are online business, there are digital skills as well. So it's more of you picking out from your own interest. What do you have interest in? What do you have in mind to venture into it? It's not about having the capital to start up something. It's more of what you have in mind and how do I begin with what I already have at hand.
Okay.
So there are several business like clothing business where you sell clothes. It could be for male, it could be for female. There's a perfume business. There's the racing art business. For online businesses, you have social media management, but you need to be able to manage your time with that. There is affiliate marketing, there's graphic design, there is taking courses online and tutoring people online using TutorMe and the rest of them. So there are quite a number of business for one to venture into, but it's more of your interest. So you don't go into something that you would end even before it ends.
How? Because I want to know. How?
Some person they don't see the fruitfulness of their business because they are more focused on what can I get out of it, which is the profit aspect of it. So the moment they don't see
that's true now. most especially in the student environment, if I'm investing 10, if I want to start a business with 10,000,
Yeah.
I believe that by the end of the week, at least, I should be seeing something from the business already. So one of the reasons why most of the viewers want to venture into business is because of the profit. Maybe at the end of the whole thing, they might develop, maybe they might love that business and they want to continue with that business. So I don't know if you understand.
I do get you. Of course, the major reason for one venturing into business is to maximize profits and also minimize their costs. But it is best that we understand as business persons that if you overly focus on the profit aspect of business and neglect other sides, the business could fall. For instance, I have a business and I'm more focused about making profits, making profits, making profits. How do I manage my customers that bring those profits to me? I need to be able to manage them. What kind of content do I put out there for me to get more customers? Those things need to be put into consideration, because if you're more focused about the profits you will make, at the long run, you end up making lesser and lesser and lesser. And before you know it, there's no profit anymore. So your focus should be both on the profit majorly, but also being able to manage the business, build it with the people you have, and also build it with your potential customers.
Okay, Ma, you have been using the word manage business. So how do one manage his or her business?
All right, thank you, sir. There are so many ways that one could manage his or her business, but it is firstly about you notifying those areas that needs to be managed. And one of those areas is your finance, your inflow and outflow of cash. How do you manage it? What kind of expense do you make? Is it more than your profit? Is it more than the money that comes into the business? Those things need to be looked into, put into considerations. Then your customers, how do you reach out to them? How do you talk to them? How do you persuade them into buying more from you, even when you know they're already your customer? Because you might have a customer today and tomorrow the customer is gone. Remember, you're competing in a large environment and there are other competitors as well. So you need to be able to hold your customers strong. Let me put it that way. So by holding them strong, you are managing the business. By looking at your finances, how the money comes in and how it goes out, you are managing it. By looking at what other growth process to achieve in the business, you are managing the business. You are focused on it.
I really want to ask because, for example, you might be into maybe selling of perfume, and if I should open my phone now on my status, I can see minimum of 20 perfume sellers. You can see 30 of vendors selling bossa, 50 of them selling shoes. So like they are much. Oh, they are much. So how can I even build my own this? How can I, because the product I want to sell now, this is not a new product. This is something that have been existing in the system before. So I want to go into this, but I want to venture this particular market. How do I try? How can I gather my audience in that particular setting so that I can be selling my products even without me having to beg people that please I do say this, so please patronize me now with that you. Because it's very funny whenever you invest a lot of money into a business and there's no patronage. So how can I build my audience so well that they have to reach out to me that I want to buy this without even me posting?
Okay. That's a very wonderful aspect that we need to even look into in business. Now, first off, you're starting a business and you don't have customers yet. One of the ways you can get your customers are from those persons that are around you. Who are those persons around you? Your hostel mates, your course mates, and the rest of them, your church members as well. You take this business to them personally. You take it to them physically, even before thinking of an online presence. So when you meet with these persons personally and physically, you tell them, this is what I do. And you don't just meet with them and you know your product is not of high quality, because people look at quality as well. For the first time, they might want to patronize you, but in the long run, they might not patronize again if they see that your product is of less quality. So make sure that whatever you're putting out there, whatever business you're venturing into has quality that can help you bring back customers without effort. So first off, you look at the people around you, your hostel mates, you reach out to them. If it takes you to knock on their door, go ahead and go ahead and knock on their door. You tell them, this is what I sell. I sell perfumes, I sell boxes, I sell this clothing, and I believe you will love it. Yes, you use enticing words on them, and that is how you get it. Probably when you're going to school, if it's not much of a stress, you can reach out to your classmates, your coordinator can make an announcement for you. But it's also best to reach out to people personally. You tell them about what you do. Going to church as well, you do the same thing. And From there, you get your customers and you also get returning customers and referrals as well.
Wow, this is actually nice. Ma, I have this should be second to the last question. Is there anything your fans should be expecting from you?
Yes, there's quite a number of things to expect from me. I'm
Okay.
currently working on a project where we'll reach out to a large number of persons, we'll tutor them and mentor them on business, how to grow their business, how to get into business and being an entrepreneur.
Okay. And for these persons, maybe for some persons are just meeting you for the first time on my YouTube channel, how can they reach out to you?
Sure, they can reach out to me through my WhatsApp number, which is 070-539-84458. I'm open to conversations concerning business and entrepreneurship.
What about if 100 of us message immediately? How will you reply? How will you attend to us?
There will sure be a response. Just hold on. If it's that large, there will sure be a response, but just bring it in.
Okay. Wow. Thank you very much for uh, having me in our show. And
Okay,
we hope to
sir.
see more of you and have this discussion on business. Thank you very much, man. We celebrate you, man.
Thank you, sir.